chains, I burn the ties. No cage can hold what lives inside. They try to silence, they try to bind, but now my fire consumes the night. I am the hunger, I am the flame. They'll never forget, they'll call my name. The storm, the queen, the sacred beast. My power's risen, I am unleashed.
Hello, hello, beloveds. How are you doing? I'm doing great. You know, just living life, right? Just living life as it comes along. How many of you are ready for a card pull? Let's see what the Lord our God has to say to us today. We're going to do our wisdom knowledge card, and we'll hop into our Bible card. And of course, our enlightenment cards. Okay, so my love, wipe the cobwebs from your eyes. A clear path awaits ahead of you, bringing you into a world of honesty and clarity. Wiping away the cobwebs from your eyes. That is seeing the truth of what is. It's stepping outside of the way that the world thinks, the way that the world does, seeing the people that are around you, what's really going on in your life. Okay, the card that I got, it's Psalm chapter 46, verse 1. God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Sometimes there are circumstances that can take place where we can feel like we are in danger in some way. When we start to see the truth of what's really going on around us, who the people are, their intentions, it can be anything. The Lord will be there in your time of trouble. Just call on Him. Call on Him, turn to Him, and He will help you to escape whatever it is, whatever hardship it is, whatever you're seeing that you need to be released from. Remember, He's your refuge. Wow, look at the fires behind us. Look how intensely they're burning. I don't think I've ever seen them burn so intensely. So this could be a very intense situation. Anytime that we come to see troubling truths, when those cobwebs are wiped from our eyes and we're really seeing things for what they are, it can feel intense. Sometimes it's intense situations and circumstances that we need refuge from. Okay, let's get into our enlightenment cards. Let's see what message that we have today concerning the matters. Cosmic Heart, Cosmic Christ. Okay. Christ is connected to Earth. Cosmic, okay? Remember, it's the way of Christ that we need to be looking to. We need our hearts our heart chakras to be open to His Word and into what is right, into what it is that we need to do for our own selves. Here we see that Christ is in power here in our lives. When we call on the truth of God, when we call on the Holy Spirit, when we call on Jesus, when we call on the Lord our God to help us see everything clearly, to be able to discern, He will help us when we allow our heart to be open to seeing that truth. And remember, love is the fulfillment of the law, which is to come from the heart only. And it connects us to Christ, literally, when we allow our heart to be open in the way of love. We can see here the empowerment of when one uses the heart. How spiritual one is through the love of the heart, and how we're connecting to the Most High through it. We also see the waters here. We know that the Lord our God is fire, earth, water, and air. And we see all of those elements here. We are connected to all four sources. It brings balance. Yeah, and here I can actually see the water is rushing. Let's see if I can get my flashlight up. Yeah. The waters are rushing. That's intensity. The heart space is wide open, and it's really intense. Look how the fire of the heart is just really expanding. This is a very intense time, is what this is looking like to me. We have, now if you look closely, right underneath where we see the sun, the heart just expanding out like a sunburst, right underneath, those are actually nails. They're shaped like nails. This means sacrifice. This means sacrificing. What you're seeing isn't good. It's bringing in rushing waters of maybe emotion, of feeling. Okay? Calling on God in our time of trouble so that we can move into a life of clarity, of love and honesty. So many times we discover that people around us aren't being honest with us, but instead using dark manipulative tactics. And they'll do it until the cobwebs are removed and they can't do it anymore. Listen, stay true to what you know you need to do for you. Stay true and you will have victory and success. Look at this. The trumpet is being blown. That means victory is here, because a truth of clarity has been announced clearly. A horn, when a horn is when it's sounded, right, it's very loud and it gets the attention of everybody. That's what's happening here. This picture, in the background, there's a darkness of clouds. And this means that there's darkness, that there's clarity being shown on some darkness here. And so there's light up here starting to shine through because of it. This is also a flag. That's a flag wrapped around that trumpet. Wave it. This is a flag of truth as well. And it's red. It's fiery. It's intense. Also sacrifice once again. What just came to my mind is sacrificial lamb. Maybe there's clarity being announced that someone spiritual and connected to the cosmos here on earth, but connected to Christ, was being sacrificed, or there's planned to be. And there's this dark announcement it's being revealed. Troublesome matter. Okay. Geez, even the music that's playing in the background right now is a little freaky. What is going on, right? What is going on? All right. All tied up. Someone may be feeling all tied up about the situation. This is a situation here. Now remember, these are real life events that can take place, and these are merely stories that I'm telling of different type of events that happen around us or in our own lives that may take place at some time or that are happening right now. And this helps to give us clarity in the situations and how to move forward in them. And that we're looking for victory and success, and we will be, as long as you take the higher path from the heart space, and allow ourselves to see clarity, wiping those cobwebs away, that we're closing our eyes to what is around us. Now this female here, she's literally all tied up. Is there being a truth being made known about someone that may possibly have been literally tied up? Are there truths being spoken here? This can also be, this is reminding me of something I heard in the past, actually. Very interesting. When we feel all tied up, it can mean that we're feeling like we can't move forward. That we may be feeling stuck in a dark place at the moment. Yeah. But there's a butterfly here though, so there's some type of transformation, something coming. Yeah. Self-esteem. Sometimes, when we're put in certain situations, it can cause us to feel like it can give us a lack of self-esteem. We don't think much of ourselves. We feel very low of ourselves. We can see here this woman in her sadness and in her low self-esteem, she's feeling, though she needs to keep herself busy in her sadness. But this can also be that her self-esteem is rising as she moves forward in her projects. Maybe she's starting to feel more self-assured from a time that she was feeling a little more tied up, so to speak. Being connected to the cosmos, to the heart space, it actually will help your self-esteem to grow, because you start to love yourself as you walk in the obedience of God, because you're not carrying any of that sinful baggage. Is there someone around you that may be giving you low self-esteem? That may not be allowing you to see your worth. But you don't need someone around you to give you praise and honor. Like I said, if you connect with the Most High God and get close to Him through obedience and prayer, He will open your eyes. He'll give you that clarity with His honesty that you're worth so much. You're worth so much. Jesus, the fires, the pillars behind me are just burning so intensely. Wow. All right, let's get into our constellation cards, because if you're new here, we've been learning about all the different constellations in the sky. As we can see here, we have all the constellations here. We've got two. We have Lyra, which is the Lear. Okay. Can you see that constellation in the middle? It's really small. Look how small that constellation is. And this one's Corona Borealis. This constellation is like a half circle. Can you see it there in the middle? It's just a half circle. Which is the Northern Crown. That's neat. Geez, I can just feel the intensity right now. My gosh. It's enough to drive one to drink, really. That's what just came to me. Okay, so we have one pillar that's of fire that's went down, but the other side's still burning pretty great. Wow, this just seems so intense to me. Something come out? I don't know. Keep looking at this. All tied up. Regardless of what may be going on in your life, okay? Regardless, we have victory and success. Go through the cycle you need to go through. If you're not seeing yet, you will, my love. You will start to see. Okay. Well, I don't know. Should we take another card? Should we do it? I think we should do an I Love Myself card. Let's pull one of these and okay. Seeking insight. Yeah. We need insight into things, don't we? So we can better discern for our own selves. I learn something new every day. I enrich myself with wisdom and knowledge that expands my world. Every day is an opportunity to grow and understand more. Is that not true? Yeah, wisdom and knowledge. And, wisdom and knowledge of the spiritual realm is connected here to our world down here. Yeah, I think that was a great message. Always seek wisdom and understanding. Remember, to fear the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. And when we hear fear the Lord, it isn't, I think people really take that wrong, because he said to fear the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and we should look for understanding of the Spirit, of the Holy Spirit. So he said get wisdom, get knowledge. It's the Holy Spirit that teaches us all things, just as it is written. So we want the Holy Spirit with us to teach us all things. Now, the wisdom of God, when we see God's greatness, he knows everything. It's very intimidating. He's greatly to be feared. It's like, he's very great, and he does decide where we go. So we want to make sure that we're in right with him. The wisdom of God is his word. His word is very powerful and very great. It is fearful because it's so great. Are we seeing this? The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Yeah, he created everything. He's very powerful. All he has to do is say one word and it is done. Okay. Well, dear ones, we're going to call this sitting good for now, okay? But you do know, I will be back in a time.
I am a leader.